looking at travel pictures. Travel is something that interests me, and I saw these really cute, I guess it was a village, this really cute village on the hillside where all the houses were white, and the doors, each door, certain doors rather, not each door, was painted a different color. And I looked into it, and it was, I think if it was blue you were a fisherman, if it was green you were a farmer, and I think his red was a woodworker. I can't remember exactly, but of course I will put it in the description in the box in case you're interested and you want to know. Now guys, I'm not going to say that I a very good builder. Well, from my previous videos you can tell how I'm still doing the learning curve, just like most of you out there. So this area here, I know I did that wrong. I know I completely built up that wall with the double stairs wrong, but I must say I'm proud of myself in how I was able to cover it up. I played around with it a lot, and I was like, okay, I don't really like how it came out, but if we cover it up, it won't look as bad. And that's what I did, because I really wanted it to be look that particular look, and I could not figure out how to get it done, so I improvised, and this is what happened, and I hope you guys like it. Now I know people build different ways, and as always, I don't really like to talk about the build whilst I'm building, because I just think the video shows itself. But if there are points that I need to point out, I will go ahead and do that. I downloaded a sim off of the gallery to do the testing on this, and actually when I was browsing I came upon the sim for the worst mother-in-law, I think the name is, and I just had to use her. I had to download her. And well, here guys, I honestly wish that we had more vines, wall creeping vines, because what we do have, I do not like it. I wanted to put in some red vines along the walls, but I could not get that particular look. And I noticed there were a lot of like I don't know if y'all know this tree called bougainvillea, but it's a beautiful red flower blooming tree. Well, it's not just red. There are different variations of it. I believe there's green, there's white, there is a yellow, I think, and a red. Here in St. Lucia, we have most of the variations except for, and a pink as well. We don't have the green, however. Anyway, that was just a bit tracked conversation right there. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the mother-in-law. I downloaded her off the gallery and I play tested her in this particular build. But before I even did that, I downloaded her before I did that, and I decided I'm going to build the house around her like I normally do. I always have a storyline behind what it is that I am doing, and I decided to go with that storyline I'm about to tell you guys. So she used to live in, I wouldn't say a very big house before, but she used to live in a comfortable, maybe medium-sized house in a good neighborhood. And she was not, she did not come from a rich family, but she married well enough. When I say well enough, I don't mean that she married up. I just mean that she was a housewife, but her husband used to go out there and to do his job, whatever his job was, and it was bringing in good enough money for her to live comfortably, for them to live comfortably. And they went ahead and had several children. And since now it is just her, because the husband unfortunately passed away, it is just her. She decided she doesn't want to be in a very big rambling house with big empty rooms, because it's just, like I said, her. I said that like so many times, but So she decided that she was going to sell the bigger house and move into this smaller, more comfortable space. Now, I wish I had taken, I think there is probably one photo I took of her, but you guys will see it in the screenshots. And I like to do this when I am building as well. I also think that we don't have enough plants for centerpieces. I mean, I'm not complaining, honestly, about the game. I'm just airing a little bit of grievances with some of the things that we have. Do have a complaint about the lack of the creeping wall vines, and well, guys, we know there are all the different faults that they could have, we could find in the game, right? But it is what it is, and we're going to just go ahead and leave it as is. I do have quite a few CC items. I'm actually only just starting to get back into not get back into I'm only just starting to get into the whole CC thing, and I did have quite a few that I was very tempted to use, and in the end I decided against it, but it still got flagged. There is one patch, you will see, I'll tell you when, that I did use some CC and the build ended up getting flagged as having CC when I was uploading it, and so it is modded in the gallery. So guys, if you do like this house and you want to download it, you will have to check that little button for mods, and that's where it will be. But there literally is nothing in there that is modded. So yes, so back to the worst mother-in-law. I have no idea what name that she would have been called. I did not even name her. And her name is literally worst mother-in-law in the gallery. So she's downsized quite a bit, and I would like to think that this build is on, and I should have done some terrain, but I'm not that great at terrain either, guys. I'm still, like I said, I'm still in the learning curve with a few of the things, and terrain is just something that I have not played around with enough. I think my biggest attempt with terrain was with my in my farming challenge LP, when I did the hill in the background of the house, at the back of the house, like the lookout point. I think that was my biggest attempt with terrain, and I have not looked at it since, but I should try, and I will. And I'm going off track once again. Anyway, so she's into this, she's moved into this small comfortable house. It's just enough for her, and I'm thinking that this house would probably be found just on a cliff overlooking the ocean. So, and she's not exactly part of the community, because that was not her lifestyle, but she did think that the houses were cute, and she liked the cleanliness of it, like the look. It's so clean cut, all that white, and then that just spark of blue, guys. Okay, but you know what I'm saying. It's just vibrant, right? That vibrant shock of blue against the white. It really caught her attention, and she really liked it. And so she told her kids, that's where I'm going to go from now on. She doesn't even have room for her grandkids. She's decided that if she has to have anybody over, it's just going to be for them to come visit, have food. And I realized, guys, that my bin is in the wall. I will fix it up in the end, I promise, but I didn't notice it at the time of building that area. It's only afterwards I realized, and then I did fix it up. Anyway, that little seating area in the corner here for the kitchen, obviously the sofa I put there, it's just it's just decorative. It's not actually going to work, but then that's why I have the two dining chairs there. I just liked the look of it there, Anyway, so if anybody comes over to visit, it's just a matter that they come over, they visit, they go back. She doesn't entertain overnight, I should say, because it's literally only one bedroom, And if she has to go visit the family, she goes over to their houses. And she is the type to impose herself on people. So she will go and she will stay for she will pack up and stay for maybe a month or two before she decides to go. And she is just not a very nice person on the whole. I was wondering, I couldn't remember what I put between the two lights. I was like, I'm watching the video and I'm saying, what did I put there? But yeah, well, we figured it out. That's what I put. So anyway, we're keeping in theme with the whole look of the blues. I wanted to try to keep it as well for the interior. Now, initially, when I was doing the living room, I decided that maybe the type of person that she is, she would not be that big into technology. And I was saying maybe she would not even have a stereo. Maybe she would have had something like a that thing that plays the records. Guys, I literally knew the name just before I said I was going to say it, and now it's, oh God. Anyway, that recorder thing, that recorder thing with the big horn-shaped flute mouth piece. Oh God. Guys, don't crucify me for this. But you guys know what I mean. Like, you know, that old time ago player. Anyway, that is the type of entertainment I had figured for her, and probably a couple of books for reading, etc. But the kids, being as they are, they thought that with her being away from them, and when she does come over, because of the way she cramps up the, not just the I would say just the wives, because she's her daughters-in-law, because she only had sons. That's what I figured. She only had sons and she's crazy protective over them. So she makes the daughters-in-law feel so uncomfortable that they persuaded the husbands to get something to keep her attention. Maybe that's why they got the television for her, and this is what she's using for her entertainment. On the inside, she likes to watch her soap operas, so she doesn't stay over that much anymore in terms of oh guys, I'm drawing a blank. I hate when this happens. I don't know why this happens to me, but as long as it's not too bad for you guys, I hope. Now, in that shower, I decided to change it up and put the laundry downstairs instead, and downstairs would be just a half bath, because if I didn't want her to be going up and down just for her to use the bathroom, so I closed off a little area just for me to put just the shower and the toilet upstairs. I considered also putting in a sink, but well, obviously we didn't have that much space. So I nixed that idea and I decided to do it like this instead. And so she wouldn't have to go all the way downstairs every morning when she gets up. You know how it is. You get up in the middle of the night, you want to go use the washroom, for her to have to go all the way downstairs to get it done. So she wanted that little space, like I said, for her to be on her own, and her daughters-in-law decided to convince the husbands to get her the television for her to have her entertainment. She likes to watch her soap operas on there, and she's just not a very friendly person overall. So that is a good way to keep people away from her. She likes being mean. She's just like a nasty, mean person. And I really wanted to try to get some coastal themed art to go on the walls, and I guess I could have downloaded stuff off of the gallery as well, but I decided against it. I decided to just go ahead and just use what it is that we have in there for the game, and that was fine. I think the only place that she really personalized was the bedroom, was because she liked her. This is where she brings out her femininity, I guess. In the curtains, I mean, it's still not frilly or anything. It's very, I wouldn't say understated, but it does have a bit of simplicity to it, despite the fact that it is a dual tone, as well as just the design on the bedspread, and even with the choices that she put on top of her dresser. It's not very cluttered, as you can see, and she just put in just a few little nicks and pieces, knickknacks, whatever, there in the room. Now guys, I really like this chair, and I like the location that I had it in and everything, and I've uploaded it in the gallery with the chair in the corner there. But then I remembered after that she does have a laundry downstairs that she needs to use, and I'm just quickly covering up the little bit of the defect right here. She does have that little laundry area that she needs to get the laundry basket for, because otherwise she wouldn't be able to use her washing machine and the dryer. But then even with the chairs where it is, I had to take it out in the end because it was preventing her from getting access to the bed. But I did upload it with the chair being there, so guys, I do apologize for that. And I did this nice little outdoor sitting area, and I know normally that we would put the seating area, the table, underneath the covered area, but I figured it looked nice underneath the big tree. She liked that little space under her because she loves having her potted plants. She doesn't have time for her to do the gardening and everything anymore. And I did put a lantern just above the table, like it's hanging from the tree, because I didn't want to actually put the lantern tree there. And I think it turned out really nice as well. And I'm just adding a little bit more flowers and changing the colors of the pots just to suit the place a little bit more. So she does a little bit of entertaining, like I said, guys, but it's mostly only to her family, probably when they come over, probably after they've done a little drive out to the countryside or something, because and they don't stay. So maybe it's like, mom coming over to have lunch today, or you know, the family is just coming down for the day. It's done really out of courtesy for her, because the daughters-in-law, like I said, they just really don't like her. So it's more like a tolerance type thing. So they don't want to stay, and she doesn't want them to stay, which is why she, like I said, did this. So I did a big jump here because I had, my battery had gone down, so it ended up cutting off a bit. So I had to it didn't cut off, it just like, you know, closed off a bit. So yeah. And I don't know why I feel so nervous in this video, and I it's just so weird. So I did put in some cypress trees. I hope that's what it's called, because it would fit with the theme of the being Greek. And also these are the vines that I got, the grapevines that I got, which was CC. And after I put it on, and I did take them off, as you saw, but it flagged the build as having used CC, and it became a modded build. I don't think the mud puddle uploaded on the lot. I don't think it would anyway. But yeah, so that's what happened with that. And here we are with the screenshots of the place, and I just think that it just turned out so cute, and it just suits the whole thing. So guys, I'm going to go right now and let you enjoy the rest of the video, and please just let me know what you think. I would always love to hear your thoughts on the build, and do enjoy, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.